What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So a buddy of mine gave me a big block of this stuff right here. It's like a white plasticky material. There's a word for it, and for some reason I'm brain farting. But it's really cool and dense, and I think it would look how cool that is with the light behind it. But I think it would be pretty awesome as knife scales. This is a 12 by almost 5-inch by 1-inch thick piece, and acrylic, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's acrylic. And all I could think of is that would make great knife scales. It's almost pearl like. So what I'm thinking about doing is just bringing it over here to the table saw and cutting it up. I already did some measuring, and I can go with a couple of 2-inch pieces, but they'd be more than that. They'd be almost 2.5 inches. That's a little big. Normally my scales, I usually get 5 by 2 and work down from there, unless I'm making my own. These I'm going to do just slightly over 1.5 inch wide on each of them, and I'll do 6 inches in length. Gives me plenty of room to do some cool handles. Look at my hand through there. That's actually really cool. You see my finger waving. So this is going to work out pretty good. God, the wind is blowing. I got everything blowing through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the table saw. I didn't think to bring in my my tripod for my camera, but I'm just going to bring in the table saw. I'm going to get this thing to half at 6 inches. I'm going to rip that there, and then I'll come the long way, and then I'll put them in half, and I'll show you each process. Hold on a second. All right, so the first cut is made, right? I just knocked it in half, and I have to say that when you cut these, it smells like birthday candles. Pretty awesome. All right, so now what I need to do is bring my gate in and go all the way to where I have marked for these 1.5 inch pieces, and then 1.5 inch pieces, I have it marked there. And then what I need to do is just 1-2 cut, and then spin them around and rip them the long way. And it'll give me just under 1/2 inch per side per scale, which is a pretty thick scale. So it gives you a lot of room to grind down. So next stop. All right, doing pretty good. So now I have 6 even pieces. Now I just need to rip the long way, and I will have 12 even pieces, and that will give me 6 sets of scales, which is pretty nice out of that little block. That's 6 projects that can get done. Pretty freaking sweet. So let's trim them down some more. All right, so I did the first one, and I kind of eyeballed it, and this side came out just a little bit thicker, which is fine because I just grind it down anyway. This is actually not bad. But so what I'm doing is now just by eye, I am readjusting. And so now I get to see what's going on the inside of it. And I don't know if you guys can see. I think you can. But look at that. Because of the way the blade came through, look at that pattern, man, that coloration. That's really cool. That's really cool. All right, keep going. All right, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that worked. These are going to make some really nice scales. Got myself 3 good sets. And you're thinking, 3? You're supposed to have 6. And well, while I was doing one of the last ones right here, after I corrected my measurements and got it nice and straight, I got almost all the way done with this one, and I fried my motor. It takes a lot to get through this stuff. So I'm going to end up having to get another table saw. That's part of the game. Maybe I'll just get a better one. This one that I was using is that Ryobi, and it's not bad. It's done me pretty good for, I think I've had this for 6 or 7 years. So it's not a bad table saw. I think it just finally reached the end of its ability to go. So I need something probably with a stronger motor. This one is a 15 amp. So I'll probably have to get another table saw that's a bit stronger and restart from there. But the good thing is, before it fried, I got some good pieces. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use jade or now maybe some of these on my new knife build. So I'm going to go check it out and see what I like. And then when I get a table saw, I'll finish cutting these whenever the hell I want. But so far so good. And that, my friends, is how you not just make your own knife scales, but that's also how you make an excuse to buy a new table saw. Because I can say to her, hey, I need to buy a table saw. And she could say, what the hell I need a table saw for? You got a table saw. And I could say, yeah, but it broke and I need to build things for you. I'll get a new table saw. All right, so that's it for that one. At least I got a good start. So I'm going to go work with some of these and have a little fun. That's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.